Hello? Let me see if it moves. Oh, it doesn't move like that. Uh-oh. Konbanmouse, everyone. Oh, wait. I need to get a chair. Hold on. The camera's too low. The camera's too high. Hold on. I need to get the chair. Chair. Where's my chair? Where is the chair? It's gotta be somewhere here. There we go. Konbanmouse, everyone. I am a large mouse. Hello, greetings, everyone. I can't get out of studio mode. There we go. I'm free. There we go. It's a little bit higher. Oop, there we go. Now I'm properly plopped up the chair. There we go. Hi. Good evening, everyone. It is me, a large mouse, with more than a t-shirt. Hi. Hello, everybody. It's good to see you, everyone, here for my re-debut. By the way, welcome to the mousehold. As you can see here on my left, there we go. It's me and the wife. I don't know if you've ever seen the picture of my wife, but that's my wife over there. We didn't get the most expensive photographer, so that's all they got for us. Like here's your wedding photo, which is I think not even our wedding photo. I think this is just our profile pictures on Facebook. Anyway, hello, welcome. This is the mousehold where I'm going to do some of my streams, some of my chatting streams. But in any case, hi, I am, as I said, a large mouse, and welcome once again to my debut. Oh no, my leg! Let me just scooch over here. Scooch a little bit here. Up. There we go. Just here by the chair. Now, of course, for some people who might be new here, or some people who are not new here, who am I? So let me just tone down the music a little bit less. I think you can barely hear it now. But that is also going to be the default music for chatting and then the streams and stuff. So I actually prepared something a little bit special because this is a re-debut, so it has to be a proper debut. So what is a proper debut without ta-da a slideshow of an of an actual slideshow. Hello. So this is my slideshow of a little bit about who I am. And yeah, I hope you get to this allows you to get to know me a smidgen better, right? So, who am I other than this name over here? Let's go. So, a little bit about me. I am a large mouse. Yes, it's very surprising, but the A is part of the name. So my full first name is A large, and my last name is Mouse. So I can be also Mouse a large if we use the Japanese style of like naming people. So there's that. And for my race, I am sometimes a human and also sometimes a mouse. You'll get to see why a little bit later, but yeah, something like that. So, and I think I'm little bit more human-y than mousy. Because I actually honestly just put this because I have a feeling that I am accidentally or unfortunately gonna get tagged as like a furry character, which I have no problems with, but I don't think that's the kind of person I am. But yeah, so it's a sometimes human, sometimes a mouse. And then as for my age, well, let me tell you about being very mid-30s. It's not bad, although you do get like random muscle pains from time to time. But yes, I am very mid 30s. You can even say that I'm very, 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 very mid 30s. So there's that. And then my birthday is today. So yeah. Happy birthday to me. Yay! Which means I'm also still in my mid 30s. Very mid 30s. This is also my anniversary as a streamer. Now, you can see it on my YouTube actually, because that is where I did my first ever streams. That is also, I think it has to be July 21, or else it's gonna be very awkward. But yeah, status is I am happily married to a raccoon wife. The A is also part of her name, but we have different meanings of A. But yes, although wife is not her last name, it's to protect her identity. Uh, that's why she's called a raccoon wife. So yes, I've been happily married for um, years. Yeah, years. Very married years. Definitely very married years. And then as for my Oshie it's a block of cheese. I think it's the Oshie is basically like the emote thing that people look. I don't really know. Like I kind of just found this out like a few years ago or something. Like, oh, there's an Oshie blah 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 blah. What's that? Something that symbolizes you as a character. It's a block of cheese. Sure, screw it. It is a block of cheese, which is also on my head right now. If you look, take a look here on my head. Oh, wait, oh, wait, oh. Let me just the camera. Oh, there we go. See, there we go, there we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Maybe you can look closely a little bit here. Closer. There you go. It's a very, very nice block of cheese. Now I'm huge. Now I'm humongous. Hold on. Ah! I'm even more humongouser. There you go. That's good enough. There you go. And what is my job? Well, I am a middle manager for cheese. So if you've seen my old streams, you see me wearing a shirt that has like cheese. That's actually a company shirt. I got it to a Christmas party. It's probably one of the comfiest things I've ever worn. One of the best things the company's given me, honestly. So that is actually my company shirt, cheese. And cheese stands for, if not from around where I am, it is the Center for Hoarding Extraterritorial Eatables and Sundries. Now, you might ask, what did you just say? What did you what is cheese? What is this Center for Hoarding Extraterritorial? Is that even a word? What is an eatable? I thought this is called food. Well, let me just pull up this flyer I found. Let me just The Center for Hoarding Extraterritorial Eatables and Sundries. Now, we are a solutions-based, service-focused, forward-thinking company that utilizes new technologies and unique innovations to maximize the acquisition of highly valuable resources and critical materials from various key locations across the border that are crucial for the continued growth, better development, and further expansion while maintaining security, stability, and safety for the sake of our country, our values, and most importantly, our people. To shorten it up, we do things. So don't worry about it, okay? We just do things. Don't worry about it, okay? Now, other than that, oh, by the way, applications are open for a variety of positions. This is not. It is sponsored, but it's not in the way you think. I mean, I don't get anything from. Next slide. Stuff that I like. So, these are a bunch of stuff that I like. This is gonna be most probably of the slides that I have, and I put this all so that I can stretch this entire debut to an hour at least. So I can at least stretch it to an hour. So let's start with food and drink. Cheese. I mean, yeah. I don't know what else to say. But what kind of cheese, you may ask? Well, a lot of cheese. Next question. But can you be more specific? Well, we tend to like. I honestly before when I was a younger mouse, I thought like the Eden cheese, or I thought like the mozzarella from pizzas are like peak cheese. But little did I know as I grew older that mozzarella is just a baseline from the Everest that is cheese, the Cheverest, you may even call it, of cheeses. And then like you got like, like sharp cheeses, sharp like the sharp taste not stabbing you in the face. Cheese, you got like the blue cheese, which is just edible mold. And then you got like those soft cheeses, and then you got those cheese that people keep putting random vegetables in, like olives and wait, tomatoes, but tomatoes are fruit, so that exemption. And then I think there was an attempt to like I saw something that had like oranges as well. They put oranges in the cheese. It was a thing. It was a thing. Hello, Art. Welcome to my re-debut. Uh, in fact, I let me do this one quick thing for a second, because now that a little more people are in and I can finally show myself, it should be okay now. Now, if you reload the stream or check your emotes, your follow emotes, you'll see that I have a new set of follower emotes. And then I move a lot of my old emotes to the subscriber emotes. But we'll talk about that later. In any case. What else? Well, of course, a good cup of coffee in the morning now. You might think that will make me like a coffee snob that has like a grinder and an espresso machine. Or one of those things where you put those like pod things and then like you slam it into the machine and then it crushes the soul out of it and then like you get like coffee. I actually don't jam with those things. Honestly, like a good a good like scoop of powdered coffee is like, it has to be pretty good though. Is enough for me. Because honestly, like those from like outside, like Starbucks or something, they're sometimes okay, but I'm actually a lot less of a smile. Hello, hello, Miggy. Welcome to my re-debut. A Bishi mouse. Thank you. And yes, a cup of coffee in the morning. It's just normal good coffee, the one that you make when you're tired. That's the good kind of coffee, where you just like put in like a powder and then put some hot water and just stir it a little and just wait for it to sit. That's my cup of coffee. Now, in the evening, I actually prefer some tea because I would like to sleep like a normal human slash mouse being. So I usually get, and again, I'm also not a snob in this. I don't have like 15 pots, jars, cans of tea leaves. I actually have one of those things where you just plop it with the one with the string that looks like a fishing reel. Just like plop it, bloop, in the water, and then it just like it's tea. After that, it's tea. Those kinds, usually like the fruity ones. No, not the fruity ones. The ones that smell good, but that's also tea. The ones that make you sleep. Chamomile, that's a flower. Like the ones that are based on flowers. The flower-based teas, I think, is pretty good. There we go. They're using the new emotes now. Katie, hello, welcome to my re-debut. Nice to see you here. Aromatic tea, thank you. What else do I like? A damn good cheeseburger. Now, this is less being a snob and more of like, I know a cheeseburger is good when after I eat it, I literally feel my life getting shorter. You know the ones that like real like thick patty and then there's like some tears of grease still dripping down on it when it serves to you. That's why you have the bun that catches all that grease. And you know it's also good when there's not like 15 condiments on it. It's just like a sad piece of lettuce, an okay piece of tomato, maybe a pickle, and then some ketchup, and then some mayonnaise. Oh, no, no, no mayonnaise. Sorry, I don't like mayonnaise. Some ketchup, and then some mustard, and then maybe one more pickle because I like pickles. And then like slam it into like maybe a brioche bun. I'm, I don't really know. I can't really remember what a brioche bun looks like, but it's the one that makes me feel good. Well, yes, it's the good one. The the brioche one is the one that tastes good. So there we go. So that one, and I get it from a lot of places actually. I'm not really particular about it, but it has to be like it has to be the juicy one that makes you feel like this tastes like a delicious mistake, and then you take another bite. That kind of food. And lastly, a Tropical Hut Big Breakfast Hamburger meal. Very specific. For those who are not where I live, Tropical Hut is a really, really old fast food chain. It is so old. I think my grandfather is younger than this place. I am not sure, honestly. I think Tropical Hut survived the war. But yeah, it's old. It's old, and then it's been known for like a lot like older people come there because they have an awesome breakfast. Okay, this is why it's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna. If there's one thing I want is this for sponsorship is this one. So the reason why a lot of people still like this place is during breakfast you get like the breakfast meals. You get like a rice or like a bread, and then like whatever I prefer. It's like a hamburger patty, who is that's actually slightly like undercooked. Like it's so light, it's barely cooked. It's like you just flip it in 5 seconds, like it's good to go. Fuck it. Sorry, screw it. And then, but what's great about that place is that one, it has mustard, which a lot of places don't have. Two, they give you both coffee and pineapple juice. You don't get to choose, you get both, and you can refill your coffee. That's incredible. And then before, when newspapers exist as a regular thing in society, you can even read the newspaper. So and then of course you go to the comic section and then try to solve the crossword, but and also read some sports to pretend that you're a member of society. But yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time there in Tropical Hut. Oh my God! It's okay. It didn't survive the war. It was post-war. But yeah, those are 5 things that I like, but I'm pretty sure I like more things. And then now for books. I love a variety of books, but usually ones that are in sci-fi or fantasy, as you can see in this list. Let me see also if my model. Is my model okay? Why am I going sideways? Hold on. Let me just do something real quick. Alright, I'm back. Now, where was I? Yes. So, books. My favorite book of all time is The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And when I meant the book, I meant the omnibus that I bought, which had all of his books, at least the ones he wrote. Right? So you have Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the Restaurant at the End of the Universe. I forgot the third one. Then there's Mostly Harmless, Life, the Universe, and Everything. All the books, just in one book. Cause I remember this, because this is one of the first things I ever bought when I was in university. This is the first thing I ever bought so I was very very happy to get that, and I read through the entire thing. and it's now really showing its age. So I try not to open it so much. But yeah, it's incredible book. Everybody, like, incredible book. The movie, I will defend that movie. That movie is incredible. It's not. It doesn't follow the book, which is the point, by the way. And then the radio series is awesome. I just really love Douglas Adams because I really like how he writes. He writes stories that don't make sense if you just, skim through it. But you see but then you get sucked into like his brand of you logic, if we can even call it that, and in his world, and then you just started saying okay to whatever he throws at you, and that's, I think, incredible writing. Speaking of incredible writing, oh, I hit my mic. Speaking of incredible writing, we have Discworld by Terry Pratchett. Discworld is, of course, like one of the most known fantasy series, at least from during that time where I've been reading a lot of books, and I know I've met a bunch of people, like, especially like yeah, a bunch of people from my crowd. They love Terry Pratchett. Specifically, I didn't write here, but specifically, I love the City Watch novels. The City Watch novels, like Sam Vimes, Carrot, everybody there. I just found like it's such a silly world and silly world building, just silly all along. But just right below that is something that has a lot of sense and a lot of meaning, and you can really see that everything that he writes, he's trying to make a point in the most hilarious way. He will always make a point about, like, a real point about something real. So there's that. And then Dune, I mean, what else can I say about Dune? Like, there's the two movies already, which I'm glad I got to see. It's finally real, like a Dune movie. That's really made you feel like, oh, it's really like the book, but it's not the book. It's like the movie. It's awesome. I read all Frank Herbert's Dune books. So yeah, I really really like Frank Herbert. I've never read the rest, and everybody, when I try to read it, everybody's telling me to not do it, and that's fine. That is fine by me. Now for more like specific ones, for Warhammer 40k, we have, sorry, excuse me, we have Caiaphas Kane, the hero of the Imperium, and this one is also pretty funny because everybody had like a way to get into 40k, right? And it's usually the models or the games, maybe even the novel. Or maybe you saw like a cute, cool figurine of like a space marine or a tyrannid or like Eldar, if you're one of those people who think Eldar are cool. But the thing that really got me into 40k was actually Caiaphas Kane. Like, someone lent me his omnibus of Caiaphas Kane novels. And while a lot of the terms I did not understand, like what the hell is a basilisk, what is this thing, what is that, the humor and like the fun adventure style writing mixed in with like grim dark horror, nasty chaos, people dying left and right. And I just got hooked on the world itself. That's how I actually got into the world. To this man who keeps calling himself a coward but also saves the day, and he has to keep pretending that he's this hero, which is incredible. It's People always call it as like Black Adder in space, and now I guess it's a maybe. It's a more of a maybe. Like, there's definitely like a big difference between Blackadder, every Blackadder, and also Caiaphas Kane. But I guess the whole like British humor connection that they have, maybe that's the thing. Maybe. And finally, out of the books that I like, and I like a lot more books than this, by the way, is Gotrek and Felix. I actually only read a few, like five Gotrek and Felix books, but I wanted to put it here because I've been playing a lot of Total Warhammer as well, and I just want to say I have not been like for a long time. I always knew that Warhammer Fantasy exists, but I always thought, but I already know 40k, and 40k is the cooler one. And if I want fantasy, I'll just have Lord of the Rings or whatever, right? Now, I wished I got into Warhammer Fantasy a lot earlier, and I can even say that I kind of start to dig it more than 40k. And one of the reason is Gotrek and Felix. Now, a lot of people compare these two kind of a Skane and Gotrek Felix, but Gotrek and Felix is in a different like league on their own, and this is more like a pure adventure book. Adventure book of Gotrek and Felix going around, literally around the realms, the world that they inhabit, and then just go on and do some dangerous thing. And that I think is awesome because one, you get to see the world building on a very street level. They don't go, well, there are wars happening, but they're not a big part of the war. They're not. There's no. They're just these two dudes who just go around and do stuff. And in the grand scheme of things, they're kinda not that significant, sorta. But yeah, like you see people like people's lives instead of like just these grand characters. You see like people's lives, like the tavern people, barkeeps, thieves, just regular folk, and I think that makes the world much fuller and much more exciting than just big characters. But yeah, next, music. Yay! So I like a lot of music. Now, a lot of types of music rather. And one of my big influences growing up was Coed in Cambria. Coed in Cambria is a incredible prog rock band, and they're the ones that made me realize that there's a way to really nerd out on combining two genres of things. For Coed in Cambria, it is like a sci-fi storytelling with like progressive rock because they have this whole universe and stuff, and it's pretty incredible how they did it across how many now? Seven albums? No, I think even 9 albums because there were 2 prequels. A lot of albums, and they just keep building these worlds. And I remember when I went to the forums, when forums existed, when people trying to understand like what the lyrics meant and then trying to understand the world, because back then they didn't even have any comics of it. They just just sang the song, and then people have to like figure it out, and I think that's also pretty cool. And then the next one would be the Prize Fighter Inferno. Now this is technically cheating because the Prize Fighter Inferno is a side project of the lead vocalist of Coed in Cambria, Claudio Sanchez. He says that it's kind of related to the world, but what I like about Prize Fighter Inferno is the genre is much different. It's a lot more electronica, I guess, much more electronic, a lot more on the folk side, a lot of acoustic guitar. It feels like uh, a futuristic farmland kind of deal. Like you can imagine when you listen to their songs, you can imagine farms, you can imagine these kinds of rural areas, but it's also slightly futuristic. That's the kind of vibe I get, and I really love. And their songs are pretty catchy. So I think you should also try it out if you want something a little bit different. And then Dolls of New Albion is something that I'm surprised that there's actually one streamer I watch or I check out from time to time who knows this, because I thought no one knew this. None of my friends knew this, and I just kind of accidentally stumbled into this. That person was a yeah. And Dolls of New Albion is actually a musical. It is actually a musical album this one is steampunk. It tells a story about like a mad scientist woman who basically learned how to raise the dead and then put them into dolls, and then a bunch of stuff happened. And it's incredible because it's actually a series of musicals, each having like a different type of punk. Like, you have steampunk, then you have diesel punk, then you have like atomic punk or whatever. But they all continue the story one way or another, and the songs are actually pretty incredible. And yeah, like it's probably one of the things that I'm not super into musicals. Maybe lately, but I'm still not super into them. But this one, because I think it's because there's no play of this. There's no actual play of this. Like you don't see it in theaters. I think there was a small group I read that did do an adaptation of this, although I can't find it on YouTube. So a lot of things you just kind of imagine in your brain, and I think it's awesome. And then next, for something a little bit local, that's Parokya ni Edgar. I think for people who are very mid-30s, like me, a lot of them listen to Parokya ni Edgar. And Parokya ni Edgar, I think, was a great equalizer for music back then because they were the most, at least the popular ones, amongst the popular ones, they had the most like down-to-earth style of music and song. Like their lyrics aren't grand, their lyrics aren't like hyper cheesy or hyper artistic, or not artistic, hyper like like trying to be like deep and stuff. They're just about random things, really. And they use very, very simple language, but still very musical, which I think is a skill that a lot of people, even I, do not have, making something very, very like artistic with the simplest tools or the simplest words in this sense. And they have very funny music videos, especially before. Their music videos are incredible. I still watch them from time to time if I just wanna chill out. And in fact, there's even now in the Philippines like a musical based on their songs. And I actually thought it was gonna be cringe. I actually thought the Parokya ni Edgar musical was gonna be like super cringe, but it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I was surprised. It was pretty good. It's pretty dang good. And then lastly, out of these five, it's My Bloody Valentine. This one has a special place in my memory. My Bloody Valentine created or helped create this genre called like shoegaze, where it's basically like an audio wall. A wall of sound with like heavily distorted guitars, very ethereal vocals. Uh, Everything seems distorted, but you know that it sounds pretty. It's not just distortion. And everything's so heavy. And they're probably like the best at showcasing that genre. I think people even say like they made they're so good at this thing that after that, like, that it was just like the whole shoegaze thing was just mostly My Bloody Valentine. Although now I think they're a lot better, or not better, different ones. But they kind of they created their own thing. Now, for another type of audio medium, we have a podcast. Now, my favorite is an audio drama called Wolf 351. Now, this one convinced me that audio drama was like the next big thing. Before, now it's just mostly streaming, and audio drama kind of slowed down a bit. But I really thought when I listened to Wolf 351, audio drama was gonna be the next big thing, because like they really did such a great job at it. For those like a short summary of it, it's basically a space drama where there's this dysfunctional crew trying to get along, trying to do this mission, and then of course being in space, strange things started happening. And that's as much as I can tell about the show without like spoiling anything. The cast is great, the writing's incredible, and man, the audio design, that is what sells me, because it really made you feel that you're in a spaceship or in a space station rather. And that's really hard without like you seeing space and like metal and like ships and like suits and stuff. It's really hard to like use just sound to make you feel like you're there, like alone in space. And then for the next one, it is no one can know about this. That's the name of the podcast. No one can know about this podcast. It is a strange thing to sell because it is an audio let's play. So if you know let's play, I play the game and stuff, but they do it only through audio, and I think they're really really good at it because what they do is they play the game and then they do like an editing bay where they talk about what they've done. And to me, they still and it's still now I watch them or listen to them. There's also a video version, which kind of okay. It's a funny thing that they also have a video version. But also, what I like about them is that they have the perfect like chemistry and vibe that make you feel like the ultimate like you're just there with a bunch of dudes playing video games vibe. Which I think the reason why a lot of people watch Let's Plays and nowadays people watch streamers because of that kind of vibe that you want. So that's why I really, really like enjoying watching them. And also their thing is they started playing every Final Fantasy. So far they've been through like 5 or 6. And then they like half of it. They liked half of the Final Fantasies. So that's pretty good. Next one, I've never finished this, but I can recommend this. It's Bombarded. Now, speak of audio stuff, this is also like an audio let's play, but instead of video games, it's D&D. So there's an audio playthrough of a campaign, and what makes this awesome is Bombarded. Actually, we see Bombarded, the word bard is capitalized here, because the party and the GM himself or themselves are an actual band. So there are just a bunch of bards, and every episode, at least the ones I've listened to, they actually have to like make a song on the fly. And so of course there's also a lot of music puns and stuff, but making a song on the fly is pretty cool because like they're bards, so it makes sense, right? And then they have to keep making a song, and then there's a challenge that it has to be the specific type of genre or the specific type of lyric and stuff or theme. It's pretty fun. Next one is Star Tripper. I personally, this one is also an audio drama, but it's more of a fun adventure kind rather than a drama, where like you're an alien who go through various planets and then have an adventure. And the reason why I like this one is again this is another example on how through purely sound you can be transported to really feel that you're in another world because your brain like thinks of like the visuals for you. And I think that is the thing that I kind of miss actually lately because I've just been watching streams, watching YouTube. There's really something about you feeling the details for yourself. I think that's incredible. And lastly, the Memory Palace. This one is more your typical podcast, basically, like a topical podcast. At least in the Memory Palace, it deals with history, but like very very specific bits of history, and the way that the host talks about it is very very wonderful because he tells a story of it, and he doesn't just like tell oh this happened in the 1871. No, he creates also a narrative for you to follow when you listen to his stories. In fact, one of my favorite episodes of a podcast ever is from here, and it's called Shadow Boxing. And it's about a boxer named John L. Sullivan, who was once one of the like, greatest boxers in America, and then like most of them like they fell into ruin and stuff. And the way he told it was so incredible. Sometimes it makes me cry a bit still, and I've listened to it literally more than 100 times. It's just so good how it tells that story of like that person, very humanizing history. And that's just like the second slide of the stuff I like. Okay, next games. Of course, I play games. Uh, that was mostly my stream. It's mostly video games. So for this one, the first one is of course State Aspire, which by the way, if you saw the schedule, we are going to play. Maybe not in like a few hours, maybe immediately after this, because It seems like I have to. It's already 40 minutes. But State Aspire, one of my favorite like indie roguelikes. I love indies games. I love roguelikes, and this one, I think this is most people's favorite roguelike. And for good reason. It's just a damn good game. It's just a damn good game. I still play it a lot. I don't know what to say. Like, try it. Second one is something that is very special to me, which is Pillars of Eternity Deadfire. So this is specifically the sequel to Pillars of Eternity. And I can even say that you don't need to play the first one. It will help with context, but the sequel is enough to just like reel you in, and I even think it's a lot better just because of the setting. It resonates me with me a little bit, much better rather, because it is a tropical island set of islands, and that's where I live. And the class system is fun. The characters are fun. Honestly, I started like a last month. I think I started a Baldur's Gate 3 campaign on stream, and then I kind of got tired, and then I just kept thinking, man, I should just be playing Deadfire instead. But maybe I'll finish a BG3 campaign. We'll see. Next is Mega Man Battle and Chase specifically. So I love Mega Man, but I love this weird, obscure offshoot of Mega Man more. It's because this is a kart racing game actually, and just like Mega Man, you can make like build your own stuff with it. And I actually have like a video essay series about this, and the first episode is about Mega Man. If you check my YouTube, which I really should have linked it right here, but anyway. Next up, you have Toho, 8, specifically 8, which is called Imperishable Night. I just Toho is the reason why I really, really love shoot 'em ups. Even before, I always like shoot 'em ups. Like I played it on the PlayStation, I played in the arcade. But I don't know, there was a time where I just really got into like the Toho fandom for like a couple of years, and there was this big forum before called Dojin Style, where a lot of Western Toho fans kind of gathered and talked a lot about Toho and stuff, and that was a really really good time. And this was my favorite because this is the only one I finished on normal without using any continues, which probably makes it one of the easier ones, but it's all fun as well. And then you have Hades, of course. Like I don't know, Hades another great game. Uh, I've also attempted to speedrun this game, and it's also pretty fun. I think it's just very very replayable, and I'm actually waiting for Hades 2. I bought into the early access, but lately I actually have not played it, and instead I'll be waiting until more patches come out, or even just gonna wait for it to be released fully so I can get the full experience. Up next is EG. EG is a free game. It's not even like it's free because I can pirate it. No, it's literally a free game. It's a free indie game. It's a pixel like action adventure game. It's pretty cool actually. Like for what it is, it's kind of like Metroid a bit, but it's more stages instead of like a big open world. And it's actually pretty complex for its time, or rather for what you expect from that kind of game, especially when it's made by one person. In fact, I'm gonna play this one day, and then I'm gonna show it to you. And then also we have Celeste. Celeste again, like another indie favorite of many people. I remember crying to Celeste because it really dealt with a lot of things that I was going through back then. So it was funny because I had to platform, but it's also in tears. So it just made my playing extra difficult. Next is Monster Rancher 2. I love this game. Like when I was a kid, I love this game. It's been my dream to get a golem, but I didn't know, I didn't have the CD that summons the golem. And then like I went to like my second cousin and they have a golem. And not even a golem, they had the golem that has like the tiger subspecies. So it has like a frosty blue golem, and it was super cool. Like, I was secretly super jealous, and all I got was like a bunch of freaking suezos, the ones with like big eye and then, like a stalk, bunch of suezos and a bunch of like arrowheads. And then I was really bad at it. And then I tried doing playing Monster Rancher, but more try hard mode like a few years ago with like optimal strats. And it was also pretty fun, but I also like the fact that before when I was really bad at it. Next one was Sleeping Dogs. I think this is still my go-to when if I want to play something like GTA, I'd rather just play Sleeping Dogs. I think it was like a perfect snapshot of the time. Sorry. The game is amazing. The story is amazing. It's The Departed, or it's Infernal Affairs, basically. But it's also its own thing. Combat's awesome. But I think the story there is what really hooked me in. And also the world is so alive. And you can really go everywhere. And then Trails from Zero, specifically. I love the Trails games. I have not finished Cold Steel because I think Cold Steel is kind of not great. I think Green Schwarzer is such a terrible protagonist compared to Lloyd, my boy, and also Estelle. But that's another topic. Trails from Zero is my favorite. Is at least the Crossbell duology is my favorite. That's why I choose this one. And Elden Ring, everybody knows it's a good game. I like it. It's the this yeah, I really like playing this game. I played this game twice on stream already. Like one a full run and then one the DLC run. Although weirdly enough, I could have just scratched this and put Dark Souls 1 because I really because I really miss Dark Souls right now. And then for some anime stuff, and then half of this people know. Like of course Gurren Lagann. Maybe Night in Short Walk On Girl if you are Yuasa head. Now Kuchuburanko though, or Trapeze, I don't know if people. It's one of those times where you feel like such a hipster, like oh you don't know this anime, or rather it wasn't as mainstream as before, so works like this get like swept under the radar. But it's essentially a show about psychology, and the art style is pretty weird. It's like half animated, half rotoscope. It works. It's incredible. The art style actually makes sense with what it's happening because it's about psychology. And Shinsekai Yori, or From the New World, is actually also one of my favorites. It starts off, people call it very slow, and I agree. But I think that is why it's great. Because it really takes its time before it pulls the trigger. And when it pulls the trigger, ooh, it really does pull a lot of triggers. And then Punchline. I don't know what to talk about this. It's if you see the trailer, you see that it is a very, very ecchi anime. But I kid you not, it is probably one of the better written sci-fi stories out there. I'm not kidding. Just go. In fact, the ecchi there is a plot device that actually is plot device and not that. Yeah. And then for comics or manga, I think the ones that I really like and remember are Transmetropolitan, which is by Warren Ellis. Yes, Warren Ellis. It probably has one of my favorite main characters in history, Spider Jerusalem. It's that name itself, like he's so awesome, and like unlike other characters back then, where it's about like superheroes or guns, he's a journalist. He just he writes, and that's his weapon, and that really made me feel like, oh shit, like journalism's pretty kick ass. If we can do that, like he's like, and it's also like a wacky, super dystopian future, which feels feels closer by the day to like what we are experiencing right now, sadly. And then we have 20th Century Boys, where yeah, it's 20th Century Boys. It's pretty fun. It's Naoki Urasawa. Of course, then it's insanely long. It has like what 100 chapters, maybe not, but it's a long story. It's always like the long con with him, but it's always super worth it, and it really rewards you for paying attention. This one is my preferred though, although I am going through Monster right now, and I need to start Billy Bat soon. Holy Land is a lot of people nowadays have discovered Holy Land. It's a seinen manga series about like street fighting and a more, I guess, practical side and street brawls rather. But the street brawl is really just like a device for like a character of this kid who just feels lost and stuff. Typical, I feel lost kid growing up, and it's rough growing up type of story, but sold really well, and the fights are awesome, and you see the main character grow and like adapt his style to the fight and the streets, as people say. And then also you have, before I talk about MX0, so about Watchmen, I don't know what to say. Like Watchmen, one of the classics. Alan Moore, comics incredible, movie. At the start, I thought it was incredible, but then I realized I'm literally just reading the comics. So why am I even watching this? I'm just gonna read the comics again. And then MX0, it is actually a cancelled manga series. It's about this. It's your typical like kid with no powers goes to this magical school which has magic, but he doesn't technically have magic. But things happen and people think he's like super powerful. And then what I like about it is he literally has to bluff his way out of everything. He Until a certain point he had zero actual powers, and all he can do is like punch people pretty good and then bluff his way. And I always had a thing for like characters who just have really good charisma roles instead of just strong or like smart and stuff. They just really know how to bluff their way out of hell. Yeah. Damn, it's pretty long. You know, I thought like writing this like, oh, I won't have enough time for like my debut stuff. Like, this is not enough slides. It's almost an hour. It's almost, I keep yapping about specific things. I thought I was gonna go through these things one by one, but I keep yapping about these things. Okay, so movies. The Princess Bride. Damn, that movie is good. Damn, that's such a good movie. Still one of my favorites. I think that is the one movie that when I see someone play it, I'm just gonna watch. I'm just gonna watch it. I probably know most of the lines there. Maybe not right now, but if I watch it, okay, I know everything's gonna happen beat by beat by beat by scene by scene by scene. But goddamn, that's just an incredible, perfect movie. One of the newer things I love is Labyrinth. Actually, this one my wife showed me, and it has David Bowie as the Goblin King and a bunch of goblins, and that movie was awesome. It was very awesome. One, because it had a lot of practical effects, which made it really timeless. You see, the walls are like made has real people. The goblins have real people, and then like all the puppets are there, and it's pretty awesome because like CG and stuff, they're great, but you can really find the age of that thing. Meron kang the CG, but this is mostly practical, and then of course it has David Bowie, of course it has Jennifer Connelly, yeah, of course Jennifer Connelly, another timeless person rather. Songs are great, story's great. It's one of those times where it's a very twisted fairy tale type, which I think doesn't not really exist, but I don't see nowadays, especially for something like a movie. And then you have Fury Road. I remember watching this movie in the cinema, I think at least 4 times, and half of them alone. When I watched Fury Road, I was just blown away. I was blown away by the cinematography of it, the editing of it, how it's just a non-stop thing one after the other. Even the times where they had to slow down, it just makes sense for you to like breathe, and then it's just non-stop things happening. Now, for the fourth one, this one is a Korean movie, Korean comedy. Attack the Gas Station and Attack the Gas Station 2. Now, would you know? Would you believe that the story of these two movies is there's a gas station and it's being attacked, and it's the funniest thing I've seen. Still one of the funniest things I've watched, and that's that is the premise of Attack the Gas Station and its sequel. Also, spoilers, in the sequel, it is the same gas station, but 10 years apart. But if you can find a copy of it, just go watch it. Especially the first one, just go watch. It is fun, still one of the funniest movies I've watched. And for something a little more, I guess, uh, artistic, we have "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou" by the Coen Brothers. This I actually love a lot of Coen brother films, like Fargo and such. But I like this one the most because it has a very uh, distinct vibe, and it's just super fun. And it is like a southern or like western, like what era was that? Like a very very old era in America, or like an older era in America where there's still like chain gangs and stuff. And but it's the retelling of the Odyssey. And I don't know how they managed to do it, but it worked pretty well. So that's that. And then a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. I love watching sumo. Although lately I have not been super attentive to it, but whenever I can, I watch. I mean, it only happens once every 2 months anyway. So for 2 weeks. So and it's all pretty cool actually. Like sumo as a thing to watch and like follow is actually a lot cooler than I thought. And yeah, it's pretty simple. Like two dudes push each other outside the ring. It's very what's there to understand? What's there else to understand? But also, it's pretty awesome. The backstories of each character, each content player and stuff. I also like playing tabletop RPGs. Of course, like your D&Ds and stuff, your World of Darknesses. But I put here Daggerheart because if anyone wants to play Daggerheart, this is the first game system that I just want to run Daggerheart. I actually, if I can just get a chance to play Daggerheart, then sure. But I would rather keep running Daggerheart games. And Daggerheart is the RPG system built by the guys from Critical Role. I think this is for me like the perfect midway between like number crunchiness and then like being a narrative game. Because I don't want it games to be too narrative. Because I know I like numbers, but maybe not too many numbers. And I think this one fits the bill for me. Also, I've been learning to draw. I haven't drawn, however, since I've been started preparing for this re-debut, which has been a while. But I have taught myself how to draw. I don't know if I got it better, but I've gotten okay at it. I've gotten to a point where I finish drawing and I'm like, dang, I drew that. Not bad. But it's on paper and pencil, so I don't really like post it, and I don't like posting it anyway. But maybe one day I'll learn how to use a tablet and maybe learn to draw from there. I'm also learning to try to sing. Learning to try to sing. Yes, that is a sentence, definitely. Am I good at it? Hell no. But I feel it's one of those things that this is of course not real, but man, I'm not yet a VTuber until I have like a Canaria cover. So maybe one day I will have the courage to do one and say, look, ma, I'm a real VTuber now. And of course, watching long video essays about gaming, which is of course pretty fun. I have also not so long video essays about gaming on my YouTube. And if you want to check it out, I'm gonna continue it by the end of by the end of August. So, and there's 5 episodes already. So there. Now, I'm gonna blitz through the rest of these ones. Oh, so these are actually the non-VTubers I like, and because the next one is gonna be a lot of VTubers that I like. So First of all, Sean Johnson, big influence. He's the reason why I have like a video essay series. His video essays about PS1 stuff, incredible stuff. Uh, Probably one of my favorites to watch and just listen to while falling asleep. Similar is Majular. He does more like RPG stuff and a variety of stuff. He's currently doing like an Ultima retrospective, and I don't even play Ultima once, but man, his the way he tells stories also awesome. And then these next two are the ones from Slay the Spire, which are really I've learned so much from watching these two, Baylor Lord and Frostprime. I really love watching them. I don't know if you can actually see the marker on my screen here. I can. Okay, I can. Okay, cool. Why I've said this, I can. And the next one is Dungeon Chill. He also does a lot of video essays. Before, his shtick is he's gonna make if it's a dungeon, he's gonna chill in it. But lately, it's just gonna be it's now more variety of video essays. This is actually a newer one, Northern Lion. Although he's probably one of the oldest super OGs in like gaming streams and YouTube. But I don't know, I just found him through like clippers and such, and it's pretty cool. Then you got Sunny for Legend of Runeterra, although I have not played that forever, and but he's still at it, even though Riot has pulled the plug on that game. He's still at it, and it's even though the game is on live support, and I commend him for it. And then of course you have like Barbarous King. He's the reason why I wanted to try Mario Kaizo's. I tried once. It was very humbling. And then you have like Pirate Software here. Just a great guy. Thor, like everybody who watches streams and stuff probably knows Thor. Zeno, he's my he is he's from FF14 and he's probably one of my favorite streamers. I don't know why I'm laughing when I'm saying that, but it's pretty awesome. He's pretty cool. He's a warrior main. I'm a warrior main. Well, I was a warrior main in FF14. I haven't played it in a while since Endwalker. And yeah, he's pretty fun to watch. Saint Tone from Lost Ark, although I only played it for like a few months. I like watching him though because his streams are very chill, even though I have not played Lost Ark at all. And then newer ones, well, these two, not Maximilian Dude. By the way, Maximilian Dude, fighting games, he's probably the fighting game YouTuber slash streamer, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Like he gets people to get into fighting games. Awesome. These two though, are for Total War. Lionheart. I was actually convinced to finally try it because of watching Lionheart play Total War, a Warhammer. And that's why I got into Warhammer Fantasy now. Or even more, rather, than Gotrek and Felix. And Okoi, he's known for also, like, funny Total War videos. But I think he also got known for his Baldur's Gate 3. He has the 4 Halfling Barbarians video. And then also a bunch of Elden Ring videos. Now, this next one's pretty big list. So I'm just going to say something about them. And then we're just gonna keep going because I'm actually in overtime right. I'm actually in overtime right now. I try to do this under an hour. Now there's not really like a time limit, but I was just surprised. So let's see if we can actually blast through this. I'll probably fail, and I'm gonna keep yapping. VTubers I love HoloLive production. Okay. It's probably one of the reasons why I started VTubing. No, it's not probably. It is. It is one of the reasons I started VTubing. And strangely enough, it is also because mainly of the Holostars. Holostars EN killed Tempest. That's why Altair is there. But because of that, I also got to watch other VTubers. And I just watch a bunch of them. Not really at the same time, but from time to time I switch to a variety of VTubers. I don't really have like a true like Oshi. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you right now. So, but my favorite out of all live is probably Miko. Miko just makes everything funny. I don't know how she does it. It's just literally a knack. It's talent. It's just instinct. It's just her. She's her when it comes to making the funniest things. Actually, lately I've been watching also a lot of Aki because of Street Fighter of all things. And then of course Sora, of course the founder of it all, and one of the more surprising ones actually Koyori. But that's because she just streams so much. I don't even know how a person can stream that much with different games and then finish them. I can barely finish Baldur's Gate 3. And then Raden, it's also cool to watch. Although my Japanese is horrible, so I had to rely on clippers for this one because she talks a lot of interesting things about art. And then also Hiyodoshi Ao. I think she's pretty cool as well, especially when she does a lot of collaborations. She has a really cool vibe when it comes to chemistry, when it comes to collaborating with people. Also watch Louis a lot, right? Because of Elden Ring. I think I liked her Elden Ring streams a lot, and I actually like her voice a lot, especially when she sings songs. She has a very unique voice. And then Fauna. I think this Fauna is watching Fauna is one of the reasons why I also want to create a little more like cozy type of or comfortable type streams. Mainly because I don't want to be always like like super hyper. And watching her streams just yapping and just being chill, kind of want that to be my streams. Uh, which is the opposite of Ollie. But Ollie's just such a cool person. Like she's really just really cool as a uh in the VTuber space. And newly is Herb Elizabeth Rose, Blood Flame. I think she's pretty good. Her voice is incredible, by the way. And I think she's again also a cool vibes person. I'm a really vibes based kind of person. Speaking of vibes, like Altair, Battle, they both have like the opposite ends of vibes. Like Altair is very very cozy, whereas Gavis Battle has a very like lovable disaster tornado kind of vibe, and we all love him for it. And of course, like Shinri and Haka, more uh really chill type of streams, and yeah, weirdly Haka, but sure. And then of course you have like Gerard, mga kababayan natin. Gerard Rexford and Octavio. Although I really like Octavio's musical streams. I think those are like really high prod. Like for like a simple karaoke streams, really high prod. It's pretty incredible. And then I also like watching Roberu because he's just really good at yapping, like at talking to people. I don't know how he does it. He can do it for hours every day on end. And then I will also watch Estelle because he's just damn good at games, especially Apex, and he also vibes a lot with other people. Like Aroran, he's also really good at vibing with people. And also, I actually like the arc where he's going through right now, where he's playing Guile a lot in Street Fighter. It make me consider playing Guile, but on modern, which is I think not that great. And Oga, because he's also pretty cool, and he's in a tokusatsu. I don't know if people know he's actually in a tokusatsu that is based on uh, it's a local tokusatsu about characters in Fukuoka called Dogengers, and it's pretty cool. Uh, and of course, lately, especially since the year that I've been a VTuber, there's a lot of people that I watch and they don't even know sometimes I watch like a lurky person and that I really really admire and enjoy watching just to get to know more about the local scene itself because watching Hololive and watching other international VTuber companies are cool, but of course support local, and I don't know, it's just cool watching the local people. So we have Prince Sebastian Bright, which by the way, this person you seeing right here is because of him. So he's technically my papa and mama because he also rigged this thing. See, look at it. I'm so floopy. Flop 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 flop. Oh my! I'm also look like I'm having a seizure attack here. Oh, there you go. And then also, we have Marcel Cruz. yeah, and he was very very well. Him and then Magic Mire and Baron and Kirsanth. They were all very very welcoming to me. Like I was very very shy. But of course, I know. I mean, the initial contact is always shy, but I also know like because I'm a very mid 30s person. Like sometimes you just gotta go for it, man. And then also I met other lovely people like Dobby, Z Galaxy, Magindara. Like I also watch Magindara. I think her streams are also pretty cool. And Barrels also, she makes pretty awesome art actually. So I check her out a bunch. Also Z Galaxy, bunch a lot. And then Dobby, we talk a lot about fighting games and Elden Ring, and many many more. There's so many many more incredible Filipino VTubers that I just can't remember right now. I'm sorry. And for more VTubers that aren't part of Hololive production by cover, my favorite, one of my favorites is probably Cleo IT. She was a history professor, like a real one, but now she's a full time VTuber, and that in itself is an incredible combination because she actually did a bunch of historical lectures on stream, and there you can see some of them. You see them on YouTube, and it's pretty cool. And she plays mostly a lot of historical games or strategy games, like again Total War, Crusader Kings, and I because of her, like I'm even considering playing them. Although maybe not Civilization, because I tried playing that and then I kind of got tired immediately. I don't know why. Maybe just not for me. Another VTuber who's really cool is Super Meche. She does a lot of retro streams. No, she's mostly retro streams with real hardware. So like a real SNES, Sega Saturn, Dreamcast, PlayStation 1, I think Mega Drive and stuff. And she has a really chill like vibe and space. So and she plays a lot of like really really fun games, and especially the ones I have never heard about. And you see her stream a lot on YouTube. So I think you should go check her out. She's pretty cool. And then from Phase, Clara Caminari. I watched her because she's I watched her because she played a lot of Crash Bandicoot, and then I thought she was like I knew she's JP, but she speaks a lot of English, so at least I can understand her. And also she did like she's been doing a lot of really funny stuff or awesome stuff lately. Like she sang the entirety of Grease as every character, the play Grease with the one that had the movie with John Travolta. And then also like Kana Yanagi, who I forgot which company she was from. Uh oh. But yeah, like she also has a very comfy vibe, and she plays a lot of Elden Ring lately. And yeah, like those are kind of the streams that are really I think fun for me to watch, like late on. And lastly, Virtual Echo. Uh, she has a very, very awesome community, and she plays a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know anything about the Yu-Gi-Oh, but I try to watch and understand something. And I play a lot of card games, but somehow Yu-Gi-Oh just passes through my mind, so I don't really know what to do with Yu-Gi-Oh. And I remember her like reading me like, "Oh shoot, what do I do?" But yeah, I think she's a very awesome. A lot of it is from what I can experience. Watching her and then talking to her just a little bit on chat. She seems to be pretty cool and really really good at like building a community. Like I think she's grown a bunch ever since she like I saw her. Like she raided me I think, and yeah she's pretty good at it. I think you should check it out. Even if you don't play Yu-Gi-Oh. I think we're almost done. Uh oh. Oh, model showcase. There we go. Okay. Now, let us show a little bit here. Where is it? Where am I? There we go. So this is me. There we go. Oh, you want to see the real model? Here. It me. I just just took this from V. From I just took this file and I just like, alright, there we go. I don't, cause I can, okay. Bad news. I can't like go further than this. I don't know how. So here's my. I can't spin this around. So it's just this moving around a bit, but I can see you moving this and this and this. So you can see here, like Seb did a very awesome job with like rigging the thing, because like it's a lot more expressive, and I can even like really break my neck like this. And look at the ears. It's so floppy, so floppy, flop 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 flop. However, I did say that I am sometimes a human and sometimes a mouse, and that's because where am I? I have a human form. See, I am sometimes a human. So when I'm in the mood, I am going to be a human. See, with real ears. Look. A real ear. No, nope, that. Oh, nope. Camera, follow me. Oh, a real ear. Yeah. And also, look. You know what I love the most about this is actually the glasses, cause yeah, like the red tint is actually the glasses. It's pretty cool, right? I love this detail. This is something that Seb added to my character, and I didn't even like specifically said it has to be red tint, or maybe it's red tint because of my hair. But yeah, I love it. I love it a lot. Thanks, Seb. And then, of course, we can take off the glasses. So, let's do that. And here's me without my glasses. Look, I can even do like the thing. Wink. Ah, my eyes. Hold on. Wink harder. Ah. All right, and then the other eye. Oh, let's wink again. Come on, wink. Wink harder. We're almost there. No, that's my other eye. There we go. See? Chew. Am I cute? Hold on. There. Am I cute now? Ow. Why does it not capture my eye? I'm no, I just look sleepy now. Oh. Oh. Wait, mirror the track. There. Chew. What's happening? It's good. It's good enough. Chew. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. And then I can also put on the ears again. And in fact, I also have a bunch of like face toggles here. So I think you can work like this. You have this. Okay. Yep. You might not notice, but I'm smiling and also crying inside. And also you have this. Thief. Mad thief mode. It's I also look very happy. Yay. I can't my eyes are glued shut. Look, I'm very happy. Yay. I'm also very sad. Sad. Ooh. Where's my cheese? Ooh, oh wait, the chalk. Poggerino. Pog. Wait, where's my angry face? Is this my angry face? I forgot my toggles. I look like I'm about to kiss you with my teeth. Okay. Maybe we can dig better there. Anyway, Pog. Alright. Now let's go back to... Actually, let's go back. Let's go to the regular ears, but glasses. There you go. Okay, you just stay here for a bit. All right, and then me, I will stay here for a bit. Nope. Why are you there? Why are you there? Go back. Get behind me. There you go. Nope. Oh, move. There you go. Okay, let's bring back the thing. All right, we showcase the model. Alright, no fluffy ears this time. And then, so stream plans. Well, we're almost at the end, by the way. Stream plans, play a bunch of roguelikes, which we will play in a bit, actually. And then play a bunch more indie games, which aren't roguelikes. Like, you know, every Celeste. I'm actually just a racing game I want to show off, because it's pretty neat. So I hope I get to show up that next week, probably. Speaking of which, I want to shoot 'em ups. You know, the indie ones, the popular ones. A lot of cave shmups are here, so I'll try to get good at them so that it doesn't look terrible when I play them. A bunch of retro games, which one of which is something that a lot of people have played, but I've never truly played it. And then also like long playthroughs. So here I have like examples like Total War, JRPGs, CRPGs, or just RPGs in general. I think I will be starting one next week. Probably starting one of my favorite JRPGs, which is Final Fantasy V. So I'm very excited about that. And then we also have... Oh, it's covering my face. There you go. And then I also want to try to get good at stuff. And which is, you know, fighting games, challenge runs, like in Elden Ring, like just using a club or something, and speedrunning. Now, finally, for my goals as a VTuber, one, it is to create or have my own live 2D model. Now, don't get me wrong, I love this. I love this 3D me. I really, really enjoy it. But I also would want to have like a live 2D model. There's no actual benefit that I can think of for having one, but I just think it would be cool. Now, will now if I'm really really into the 3D one, will I change it? Maybe. I mean, yeah, maybe. But for now, like I just want to have like a live 2D model as well, so I can switch around them. You know, like toys, because these to me are, you know, just really cool toys to have. Next one is, I think, the much more important one, and it is to collaborate with a lot more VTubers. I've been in a few, and I really want to do more. And I'm trying to think of something that would allow me to. I'm trying to think of something that I want to invite VTubers for, because it's a big undertaking. So thinking of an idea like that, I can't just say, "Oh, yo, y'all want to join this?" I mean, of course, like schedules and stuff. So maybe one day I'm gonna plan something out. Next one is explore, create various creative outlets. Now, if you saw my YouTube, and if you saw my Twitter, I accidentally published this one actually already. And if you type exclamation part cozy, I actually started making a soft reading series on YouTube, and it is also actually on Spotify if you want it to be on that app. So personally, I'm not into ASMR at all, but I do love listening to storytelling videos, whether it's like actual big stories or talking about lore, and that actually helps me fall asleep. So I want to do the same thing with my reading series, and this one I'll be reading The Wind in the Willows by Kenneth Graham. It's a really special book for someone. So I would like to really to try it out and also put some rain in it so that I can cover the terribleness of my mic. And I don't know, I just find rain very cozy sounds. Other creative outlets, of course, will be art, will be singing. I'm so afraid. Just thinking about learning to sing and then having it out there, I'm terrified. But also other things like learn how to use this streaming medium for more entertainment. Maybe even get myself to, if I can get my camera to work properly, maybe do a hand cam thing. We'll see. And lastly, Raid Shadow Legends. No, although I'm not even kidding. Like if I, that's like the goal, man. I made it. If I get a Raid Shadow Legends sponsored, I've never played that game, and I have honestly, I don't know, but man, I've never played a game. But Raid Shadow Legends, come on, man. Be free. This one is a bit difficult or a bit lengthy to explain. I guess a little bit about me is I've always felt like in everything I do, everything that I've been doing before, there's always this like, shackle or something that's really uh limits me, like my work or expectation of something, and mostly it's actually also just me. So I would like to make it a goal to really feel like I don't need to conform to stuff, not even to myself, because I know how much I can limit myself to stuff, and the pressure that I put, that's honestly very unnecessary. But that's why I put it here, because I want that to be a goal, and hopefully one day I can feel very, very free. And that is also why I've been doing a lot of things that a lot of like advice videos don't do, which is put like a variety of content of videos in one channel. I only had a VOD channel before because I didn't want to upload the Twitch VOD on my YouTube. But now that there's a YouTube Live as well, I'm also doing that. And I used to not even have like a debut and like lore. Oh, by the way, fun fact, there was supposed to be a lore video, but things happened and I couldn't make it in time for production. But maybe next year, who knows? Maybe next year I'll finally I'll have an entire year to make a really, really good lore video. And things like that, like, what expected from me as a person or even as like a VTuber. And even though these things, hell, this entire debut is, I guess, like what is expected from a VTuber. This one I did because I think it would be fun. I think it would be fun and interesting and just a way to test myself. Although originally it's because like, oh man, I'm a VTuber, I should have like a debut. But now I kind of feel very like a load is off my chest because I was able to like introduce myself more properly, which is pretty nice. And then hopefully I get to get this feeling of just using being a VTuber to really just go nuts. Not really go nuts, but just to do stuff. It doesn't matter if it's like one day I'll do some soft reading stuff, and then I'll do like a cover, and then I'll do like a video essay series, and then I'll do like a react video. Although you'll probably not see me do react videos, or maybe I'll do like an art, or maybe I'll do something like that. Like there's no super proper rhythm to it, but it's just me doing stuff. I think that's what I really want to do. I want hopefully to be just me doing stuff, and it's just exciting for me to do stuff every day and just get it out there and let my art be free. Not just me be free, but let my work be free. I think that is the one thing I would like to do. Maybe I'm even right. Who knows? Now, before we end this, I would like to give credits to a lot of important people and organization. First off, it's my wife, our raccoon wife. She's been supporting me for like a year, and she's really been encouraging me to keep doing these things, even though sometimes it feels difficult, very very difficult. And she's helping me like ideas and stuff, and she's also like helping me even with the other stuff like modding, and just helping me with my work on the back end. So I owe a lot to her. Also, my mouse family, as pictured here, uh, they actually know that I've been doing this VTubing stuff, of course, as a hobby. But they've also been very, very supportive for me, and I'm very grateful that I have a family who I can like do this, like, and I can tell them that I'm doing this. Oh, by the way, funny story. Like months ago, when I was playing Balatro, uh, one of my family members thought I was gambling on stream. And I have to explain. No, it's just a roguelike. It just has playing cards. I'm not gambling. I don't like real money gambling. And then also we have Prince Sebastian Bright here, who is my VTuber mama slash papa, who made this VRAN model. Uh, he is an incredible person. He is an incredible like modeler, and I think you should come and visit him. No, go, not come, go and check him out. I think he's streaming right now, and go and check him out. And he's really, really talented. Look at this man, like it's incredible. It's incredible. So, yeah, I think he's really, really cool and does good work. And Cupin, who when I was starting his program, VTuber Kit, really gave me like the tools I need to start being a VTuber. When I was still in 2D and in his program, which is VTuber Kit. Now, a lot of this preset stuff, but I think it is enough for anyone who wants to try VTubing to use VTuber Kit. And I highly recommend it, honestly. So, I give a lot of credit to him for everything I've done also this past year. And lastly, Canva. This entire thing is made by Canva. That is why I have him. Canva, please sponsor me. I will figure out how to use the other 90% of your program. But if you sponsor me, Canva, come on, man. And that's it. That is it. Thank you very, very much, everyone, to my debut. I was over time for 30 minutes, but I think that's not so bad. Oh, my model is still here. Get out of here. But yeah, thank you very much, everyone. That has been my debut for as a large mouse. This is my large mouse 2.0. Let's just go back home. There you go. And I hope you enjoyed that as much as I enjoyed making it and like getting ready for it. I was honestly pretty nervous, but I think it went fine. At least for me. I think it went fine, at least for me. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, I'm going to end the stream a little bit because I'm just gonna cut the stream a little bit for organization purposes, just to make it easy. But for those on Twist, just stay tuned. I'm going to be playing in a bit. Actually, I'm going to be playing State Aspire, which is the first game I ever played for my first stream. If you check out my first stream on YouTube, it should be the same date, and it's Played Aspire. So yeah, thank again for one last time. Thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you all next time, or at least later if you're on Twitch, but in YouTube next stream, which is going to be up almost immediately. But in any case, once again, thank you very much, And let's see lunch, everybody. Bye bye.